Salut tout le monde! Why does my hand not work? Salut tout le monde! And today we are going to try something a bit different. I've been digging on YouTube and, well, technically I was just looking at scientific stuff and, wait, will it work? There you go. What am I doing right now? Okay, just put it here so you don't see the other video. I don't want to. There is a guy called Earthling Ed who's fact-checking Neil deGrasse. I was like, yeah, finally you can fact-check. Maybe he did something wrong, like I can learn stuff. The reason I watch his videos, especially Neil, the guy you see on the screen, is he's a scientist, so I usually watch his video. So we are going to see if that fact-checking is right or not. So if you want to know, watch this video. So before I start this video, it is important for me to mention that first of all, I don't know Earthling Edge. I have absolutely zero idea who he is. I just saw his video by random luck. Okay, so I don't know if he's a troll, if he's a meme, if he's just joking, or if he's serious. This I don't know. Neil also, I don't know him much. I only saw some of his video. Okay, because I watch a lot of video, and sometimes I read a lot of books about Earth, scientists and stuff. Okay, just to put this out really. So I'm not saying both sides are wrong. I'm not judging. I'm not doing anything. I'm just giving my personal opinion. Okay, guys. So let us start. So first of all, I need to make myself tiny over there. Do you see me? See me? Can I shake hand? Yeah, do you see me? My hand, look at my hand. Okay, let's stop.
So you will not kill an animal to eat it, but you will slaughter all manner of plant life and eat it.
In a recent
Oh yeah. Some context before we keep going on. Apparently, Neil said that. Can I go bigger? Did I stop? I hate when this happens. There you go. Apparently, Neil said that there's an argument about eating plant and animal. The good old argument, vegan or I don't know whatever the stuff. You can see I search the dude right up here. Anyway, so what Neil say is if it is morally acceptable to stop eating animal to eat all the matter of plant and stuff. There's nothing wrong here. Both opinion, your opinion, his opinion, or whoever opinion is good. Nobody is wrong, nobody is right, okay?
episode of Neil
Oh yeah, this guy is fact-checking the Neil. So, we will check his fact-checking, his reasoning, and his logic, okay? I'm not judging him. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just looking at his argument. Himself as a human being, I don't care about him. I only care what he said. Okay? Let's stop.
deGrasse Tyson's podcast Star Talk, Neil brings up the concept of species bias in a conversation that he's having with Chuck Nice.
I just want to riff on plants and animals.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a lesson in here or insights, but I just have a lot of thoughts. I'm just going to sort of spill them out. Right
Okay. Well, here's my first thought. Both delicious.
He is right on this point. Both animal and plant are delicious to eat. Both will give you substance, both will give you mineral, iron, fer, vitamin, whatever you want. Both are good for your health. You need balance in your life. So balance between meat and balance between plant. That's right. And both are delicious. That's true.
All right.
In an almost parody fashion, Chuck Nice instantly assumes the role of human becoming increasingly uncomfortable about conversations regarding animals and
What?
morality. But to be fair to human becoming
All right.
In an almost parody fashion, Chuck Nice instantly assumes the role of human becoming increasingly uncomfortable about conversations regarding animals and morality. But to be fair to
So what he's saying is that the guy make it look like I'm going to re-put it again just to see if I listen properly. I need to re-listen again. So apparently humans are ashamed to speak about those stuff. Now maybe I get it wrong. I'm going to check again.
All right.
In an almost parody fashion, Chuck Nice instantly assumes the role of human becoming increasingly uncomfortable about conversations regarding animals and morality. But to be
So what he said is, Chuck, what's his name? I hate his name. Neil say that we are uncomfortable to speak about those stuff. Okay, so Neil say that. Maybe I did not hear it right. Let's go back. Where's the? Oh, very good.
Riff on plants and animals.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a lesson in here or insights, but I just have a lot of thoughts. I'm just going to sort of spill them out right in front of
Okay.
you.
Well,
Okay,
here's
can
my
we
first
allow-
thought. Both
What's that?
delicious.
All right.
in an almost
No, he did not say that. So I'm sorry, but no. What he say is maybe there is a lesson to learn. So there is a possibility to learn and to speak about it. He did not say this, what you just said.
parody fashion, Chuck Nice instantly assumes the role of human becoming increasingly uncomfortable about conversations regarding animals
he did not
and
say
morality.
I'm
But to be
sorry,
fair
but-
to Neil, from this point onwards, he seems to take the conversation in what at first appears to be a very positive direction.
Do you remember all of the concerns people had about tuna being caught
God, yes.
by nets?
Right.
And the issue wasn't that tuna were being caught by nets. It was that the nets were
We're hurting
trapping
dolphins.
dolphins.
Right. Because dolphins
And-
aren't delicious. And,
No.
and tuna is.
Now there is a morality here. It's true that the issue with fishing is people don't care about the fish you kill to eat, but people care about the other animal that we don't eat. For example, a tortoise. People don't eat tortoise. So when a tortoise is trapped in a net, it's a tragedy. But when a fish is caught in the net, it's something good. They just have food on the plate. So he is right at this point. The Neil dude is right at this point. The morality is that true. And this guy also, I don't know his name, but this guy is true. He has a point. Fish are delicious and dolphins aren't delicious, so people don't eat them. So there is the morality. I don't kill the dolphin because I don't eat the dolphin. But I can kill the fish because I eat the fish. Yeah?
The fact that we're protecting the dolphins but eating the tuna, I remember thinking to myself, why doesn't anybody care about the tuna?
So Neil is actually making a really important point here, which is, why is it only wrong to kill tuna when dolphins have been killed at the same time as well? After all, morally speaking, both dolphins and tuna are sentient animals who have the capacity to suffer. So why is it not morally wrong to kill both species? But the problem is, from this point, Neil's arguments start to become deeply, deeply flawed. And he starts making straw man arguments, as you guys will see in just a moment, because he seems to have a real blind spot when it comes to this concept of species bias and his cognitive.
What is a species bias? I need to Google this. Do you see me Google stuff or not? Yeah, you see me Google stuff. Oh, I was in plant. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to grow plant. I plant stuff. So, what's my name? Species bias. Matt? No, species. How do I write species? Ah, there you go. Species bias. Okay. Species bias is the term used by philosophy granted them fragment of individual of different species. The term of several different definitions within variation. Oh, so it's if I can kill this animal or if I can't kill this animal. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Cognitive dissonance really starts to show itself. But before that, I just want to let you guys know about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare.
No, you don't sponsor. You don't have a right to sponsor in this video. Go away. Wait, you have a sponsor? You're supposed to be fact-checking, but you have a sponsor. Okay. You need money. Everyone needs money anyway. I want a sponsor. But not in my fact-checking video, in my game video. I don't want to make money by telling philosophical stuff or stuff. I just want to make money in video game. And that's just opinion. Okay, let's refocus. Species bias, apparently. Oh yeah, I get the point now. So we are talking if it is morally acceptable to kill plant or if it is morally acceptable to kill animals. And what I understand so far, he already know where the point will go. Neil is a scientist and he is judging the difference between tuna and what is the name? Dolphin. Bro, I don't speak English well, no? Hey, don't move. Stay. Okay, stay here. Good. Okay. So the morality here, what he will do is judging plant and animal. So it's predictable. You can easily. This is why he used the tuna and dolphin as an example. We'll talk about this morality.
And specifically not eat the dolphin because it's a mammal. So what you're saying...
Yeah, he's right. So we don't eat the dolphin because it is a mammal, but we eat the tuna because it is a fish. A mammal is closer to us than a fish. Ooh, nice point.
Saying is that in the tree of life, which has fungus and bacteria and plants...
Oh yeah, because maybe some people don't know. Tree of life. We check it just to see what he's talking about so we don't lose. Oh yeah, that is the tree of life, this stuff. Where we came from evolve. This is the tree of life, basically. So let's go to the there must be an evolution thing. What? Evolution trees. Wait, please. Can I have a complete? Oh, that is. So it is for bird. Ah, it is for specific stuff. Okay. Can I have for all animal? All. Of all animal. Now this is for all animal. All living thing. Living things. Wait. Whoa! It is massive. I suppose it came from this tiny stuff to go from this variant. Okay. Yeah, it's basically the evolution from cells to whatever animal, plant we are. So I don't think I'm going to find some stuff here, maybe there. I just want a diagram. Like, can I have it? Oh, no, I'm not going to go to stuff. But you get the point. The tree of life is basically you start from a cell, you go to a complex organism that we are. I'm using scientific term now. Okay.
And animals. You have taken this slender branch in that tree of life called mammals. And some people said, no, it's not that they're mammals, it's that they have big brains. Their brain is larger than us.
Okay, so there are two arguments. Either it's because we are mammal or because of their intelligence. Okay.
So now we're saying we value them because they have big brains.
Now, firstly, people's species bias isn't along the lines of mammals versus other types of animals. After all, many of the species of animals that we exploit and kill, such as sheep, cattle, pigs, and rabbits, are of course mammals. Secondly, people aren't against dolphins being killed because they have big brains. It's normally because they're highly intelligent, which, yes, of course, comes as a consequence of them having big brains, but it's not the brain size that matters. After all, if dolphins had small brains but were just as intelligent, people would still object to them being killed in the same way. But while brains, but it's not the brain size that matters. After all, if dolphins had small brains but were just as intelligent, people would still object to them being killed in the same way. But
wait a minute. If you have a small brain, you can't be intelligent the same way, no? No, seriously. Wait a minute. Does brain size, how do I write size, matter? Does brain size matter? Human brain vary considerably in size across adults, within the male of large brain than female. More intelligence people do better in life, but there is only weak correlation between brain size and intelligence, especially across species. Okay, so brain size, we can only assume it. It was said here. You can read the article in deep. So he's right now. Brain size does not matter. Okay.
whilst Neil is misrepresenting the argument that people use, it is also important to mention that intelligence shouldn't define worth of life, and so that still isn't a reason why it's morally acceptable to kill a tuna, but not a dolphin.
So, yeah, he's right. Intelligence does not define who you can kill. But I agree with him. He's right. Let's listen to Neil. I'm going to go there because Neil speaks more than the guy. I'm not hiding his face. I'm going to be here. Just, yeah. So you can see his face and not his arm.
Every living thing on Earth is as far away from an evolutionary place from the very first single-celled life as is all other life on Earth.
Yeah, he is right. Everything we have right now have been through a billion, I don't know how many, 10 billion years, a long time. That is true. He is right now. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, oh, the brain is important for survival. Oak trees are still alive.
Brain is important for survival.
Today, and they don't have any brains.
Yeah, that's true. He's right now. People say brain is important for survival. However, some don't have brain, like trees, worms, insects. Insects too don't have brain. They have nervous system.
Okay, and they're doing just fine. All I'm saying is that whatever struggles, trials, and tribulations we went through as vertebrate mammals, okay, whatever we went through, every single other living thing on this earth has also survived to this point.
Yeah, he's right. Throughout all these years, we evolve, we've changed, we've invent stuff. However, we aren't the only thing in the universe that have evolved, changed, and survived. He's right now.
Species, that is, or evolved to fit this point. So you want to value judge it? This is a mammal, this has a brain, all right, but have you stopped and thought about what a tree is?
The problem is Neil is viewing...
Wait. So, he said that if we think what a tree is, he is right on a point. Because if you look into it, if you just look into it, just look at a tree, you will say it's just a tree, it's just wood. It's material because tables are made of wood. So you associate it immediately. All your furnitures, house are made of wood. So you automatically say a tree is just an object. People usually do that. But if you look into it, plant, you may not understand it, but plant have an intelligence, and plant also have feelings if you look into it. Only people who plant trees will understand this, because there's one thing you can. 1 minute. My stuff don't work. Bigger, bigger. So there's one thing you can say if you look into it. Plant die from stress. Yeah, I'm right. Plant die if it is stressed. Already showing you that he has feeling, or it has feeling, basically. If you hear me say he, she, it's because I'm French, so we have gender for everything. Okay? We say un arbre, so a tree is literally he, un arbre. Okay? So this is why I say he. It's just my French. So if you look into it, yeah, true, plants have feelings, because if you dig deep inside, if you cut a tree, it will drop water and stuff, and it's like bleeding. If you stress 1 minute, if you stress it, for example, you remove it from the soil and plant it elsewhere without being delicate, he will die from stress, even if you give it the best soil, the best food, the best water, the best everything. So it's basically like you take someone from his country and put it in a castle in another country. The guy literally died from stress because he don't understand where he is. Basically, it's the same thing. So yeah, Neil is right now. If you think into it, animal, plant, and other organism somehow have a level of thinking or feeling, because everything died from stress.
Viewing every living species as an abstraction. He's removing or maybe overlooking the species-specific traits that are important when assigning moral worth to the individual species that we're talking about. And in essence, what Neil is doing is he's grouping every single form of life as being morally the same simply because they have life and have
Yeah, it is right. Every living being normally is morally the same, yeah, true. Everything that have life is literally in the same bag as everything that has life. So if you kill something that live, you are technically killing. So you can't just say I'm pure because I kill ant. You're killing, no matter what you do. You can't say I'm pure because I'm killing a tree. I'm an innocent, I'm pure. No, because you're killing a tree. You eat a cabbage, you eat meat, you're both killing stuff. So morally, it is the same thing. He is right now. You can kill any living thing, but what you're doing is just killing to survive. So in the term of morality, no, you're not pure. You're killing to survive.
undergone evolution. The possession of life isn't what's important when assigning moral worth to an individual species. Case in point, Neil talks about oak trees, and he makes out or says that the reason that we view oak trees differently to animals is because they don't have brains. But it's not the fact they don't have brains that's important, it's the fact that oak trees are not sentient. They don't have subjective experiences, they can't suffer or feel pain. That's what makes them morally less important than animals who have brains, yes, but
1 minute. So he's saying, wait. I need to re-listen to it again, just to be sure.
the fact that oak trees are not sentient, they don't have subjective experiences, they can't suffer or feel pain. That's what makes them morally less important than animals who have brains, yes, but also are sentient. That's the important thing when assigning moral worth, not the possession of life, but the possession of sentience. Now, if a living being
1 minute, 05, 405. So we will listen to this again. Listen what he said right now.
the fact that oak trees are not sentient, they don't have subjective experiences, they can't suffer or feel pain. That's what makes them morally less important than animals who have brains, yes, but also
This is what he said. Basically, if Wait, I will say it again.
They can't suffer or feel pain.
Can
That's what
suffer
makes them morally
or feel pain.
less important
So it makes them less morally important.
than animals who have brains, yes, but also are sentient.
Who have brain and are sentient. Basically, because if a plant don't have sentient, why does it want to live? That is a good question. If a living being don't have any feeling, why does it want to live? And also, here is something he say here.
Intelligence shouldn't define worth of life, and so that's still also a sentient. That's the important thing when assigning moral worth. They don't have subjective experiences, they can't suffer or feel pain. That's what makes them morally less important than animals who have brains, yes, but also are sentient. That's the important thing.
Here he say that if a plant don't have feeling, don't have sentience, don't have intelligence. That's why it is morally, you can kill it morally. Okay, so if you look at his point at 405, look what he said.
Shouldn't define worth of life, and so that still isn't a reason why it's morally acceptable to kill a tuna, but not a...
So basically, what he said here is intelligence should not be able to define if you can kill something. Then he came later on and said that
and had subjective experiences, then they too would also be worth suffer or feel pain.
there you go. Here.
But it's not the fact they don't have brains that's important, it's the fact that oak trees are not sentient.
There you go. Oak trees are not sentient. So what I understand here is, in his mind, what I understand in the dude mind here, which is odd. Very odd. Like, wait a minute. Okay, so what I understand here is, that's a bit hard. That's a paradox right now. He just make a paradox. So, well, he just contradicts himself, basically. So he said at the beginning that your intelligence does not define if you can be killed or not. However, it is morally acceptable to kill a tree with less intelligence than an animal. So he said in 4 minute, I don't know, 4 minute 5, it is not acceptable to kill something if it is less intelligent. But then he said it is morally acceptable to kill a tree because it is less intelligent than an animal. I think Neil got the point right now. Like, Neil got a real good point. You are judging thing because of what it can do. You're basically taking a plant who is completely different from an animal, not understanding what the plant is, and killing the plant basically because I don't understand what it is. For example, he said it is morally acceptable to kill an oak tree. Why it is morally acceptable to kill it? Because simply an oak tree can't cry. So if a tree or a plant is in pain, he does not understand it just by looking at it. He will never understand it because it is a tree. It is not in the same species as him. However, if he tries to kill an animal, the animal will do the same thing as him. Will cry, will make painful noises. So he will empathy with it. So there's many a case of he cannot empathy with plants. He cannot understand the feeling, understand the plant. So he say it is morally acceptable to kill the plant. And this is where I say right now I don't give him right now. He is wrong right now. Because the way I'm seeing it is Neil understood that he cannot understand the plant. He cannot think like a plant. But he understands that the plant have evolved and the plant is alive. So if he kill it, it is a life that is being lost. But him, he is making an argument that it is morally acceptable to kill the plant, eat the vegetables, because because he does not empathy with it. It's not about logic here. It's about if I can relate or if I can empathy with the being. For example, I can understand a cow. I can see if he is in pain. I can see his tears. I can understand he's hungry or he's suffering. So I won't eat it. but I can't understand its tree, so I will eat it. Okay, let's go on.
They don't have subjective experiences. They can't suffer or feel pain.
There you
That's
go.
what makes them morally less important than...
See? I don't understand if they feel pain. I don't understand what they have. So it is morally acceptable to kill them.
Animals who have brains, yes, but also are sentient. That's the important thing when assigning moral worth. Not the possession of life, but the possession of sentience.
So what he's saying is, it is acceptable to kill if they have a possession of sentience. However, is it a question? Is it acceptable to kill a human being who is in a coma? We've got dog here, right? No, because he said you have sentient beings, so that means you understand where you are. But if a human is in a coma, so let's put it simple. If I say human, you're automatically, because our brain is like this, it's just a human. So let's say if your mom, I will take someone important for you. Let's say if your mom is in a coma, is it acceptable to kill her? I got dog, I know I got dog, but think about it. Because if she is in a coma, she is not moving, she isn't thinking. She's just breathing. Like a tree. Just breathing and taking away the resources. See? Got deep. Anyway, let's go back to the subject now. So basically, it's a question of morality. And no, being a sentient being doesn't mean that, because inside your body you have a billion cells who does not have brain, but if the cells decide to stop working, they will become cancer and will kill you. So you have to think about this. You're saying, yes, life is this. You're basically putting a boundary of life without understanding what life is. So in the end, what you may say is your cells inside your body is not necessary because they don't think like me. However, if a cell decides to stop working for you, you die. You need to think about that. That's an interesting topic.
Now, if a living being, animal or otherwise, didn't have a brain, but was sentient and conscious and had subjective experiences, then they too would also be worthy of moral consideration.
So, you will not kill an animal to eat it, but you will slaughter all manner of plant life and eat it.
Okay, interesting. Right now, he is right now, yeah. Like I said before, morally we can't, not morally. Emotionally, we can't relate to a plant, no matter how hard we will try, because the plant have gone through a different path from us. So emotionally, we don't understand a plant. If the plant is happy, if the plant is suffering, if the plant is doing whatever he is doing, we don't understand it. No matter how hard we will try, we will never understand it. Because understand this, a plant at night when there is no sun, it breathes. You need to think about that. That means a plant breathes like you. However, a plant, how a plant grow, you will see that when a plant, if you plant tree, you will understand this. A plant never grow in a random place. It always grows toward the sun or where there is the most mineral. That means deep within the plant, he wants to live. It's like us, focusing on school, focusing to get a work just to have a house and have a better living. The plant do the same thing, except that we won't understand it. So that's what the guy is saying right now. Neil, I think is his name. Yeah, Neil, that dude. What he is saying is, morally we don't have any empathy for plant because we don't understand the plant. However, we can understand an animal, so understand when there is a pain. So just because we can feel emotional for them, because we saw them cry, we can just say I'd stop it and I can eat plant because I'd never see a plant cry. Even if a plant is suffering deep within itself, shouting loud within itself, we will never understand it because we are not plant. We are animals, so we only empathy with animals and not stuff that aren't animals. That is what he's saying right now. And he's super right. What he's thinking is, just because you don't understand it, you can kill it. This is what he's saying.
So you're okay with that, but not eating the animals. You have judged that your side of the tree of life is more important than this other side of the tree of life.
See, this is what I just said. So you have judged that I'm an animal, everyone is an animal around me, so they are more important than those who have changed and chosen to not be an animal.
Yes, we are creating moral distinctions between animals, plants, and other life forms, but because of the reasons that I mentioned before, primarily sentience.
We basically eradicated smallpox.
Plants, and other life forms, but because of the reasons that I mentioned before, primarily sentience. It is also important to mention that intelligence shouldn't define worth of life, and so
it is also important to say that intelligence do not. I will say it again just to be sure, because we never know, we need to listen again.
The argument that people use, it is also important to mention that intelligence shouldn't define worth of life, and so that
intelligence should not define worth of life. Okay, however, since a plant I don't understand it.
Neil keeps conflating life with sentience and from deadly diseases. I mean, precisely because they are microbes. They don't feel
wait. Yeah.
Plants, and yes, we are creating moral distinctions between animals, plants, and other life forms, but because of the reasons that I mentioned before, primarily sentience.
We basically...
We should not kill animal for... This is a huge paradox right now. We can't judge something because of its intelligence. However, because it is not as the same level of intelligence as me, I can kill it morally. What? No, dude, you need to rethink about this. Like, maybe you make a mistake. I don't know. Because you contradict yourself 3 times right now. 3 times, 2 times. 3 times, I don't know. But you can, every time he says something like plant is not important, you can easily just go to 4 minutes. There you go, I noted it. 4 minute 5. Just go 4 minute 5 and he literally contradicts himself. You should rethink your argument, I think. You should rethink about it, maybe. Because I think that the way he is saying it is, Neil understands that he will never understand a plant, so it is not morally acceptable to kill a plant. Okay. I mean, he understands that. However, even though it is not morally acceptable, he will eat plant. It is not morally acceptable to kill an animal, however, he will eat an animal. What's the point? Neil understands this, and Neil get it. The dude say it is not morally acceptable to kill because of low intelligence. However, he will kill a plant because the plant does not feel the same way as him. You get the point now? That's exactly what I've been saying. Neil understands that the plant is not the same as us. It's not in the same category as us. It's another being. It is a living thing, but it is another being that we will never understand, no matter how hard we try, compared to an animal. Because even an animal we don't understand properly. So he value it. The other dude is like, no, I don't understand plants, so kill them.
Eradicated smallpox. All right. Well, what about the smallpox microbes? All right. How do they feel about this?
The smallpox microbes don't feel anything about being wiped out precisely because they are microbes.
No, not really. I will take this again.
They feel about this.
The smallpox microbes don't feel anything about being wiped out precisely because they are microbes. They don't feel anything. They're not conscious, and they're...
Okay, there's one thing I need to say right now, because I don't think he understands how life works. I don't think he understands properly how life works. So we are talking about smallpox microbes. So what he said is, he does not feel anything, but there's one thing I'm going to ask him to answer if he watch my video, or even you can answer that. If a living being does not understand anything, does not have feeling, why does it try to survive? That's a good point. You need to think about that. If something does not have any emotion, does not have any intelligence, and does not feel anything, why does they try to survive? Why do they evolve? Why do they fight to survive? Because understand this. A microbe, you will never understand a microbe, no matter how hard you try, because it is not the same being as you. However, a microbe, its cells try to survive like you. So this disease go into your body. Why does it go into your body? To survive. He literally eat your body to survive. So basically he kill you. Why do you eat plant? To survive. You literally kill a plant to eat it to survive. That's the point. So they feel things. Sure, you will never understand what they feel because they are not the same being as you. But both way they feel. A microbe, a cells, a virus, anything, they feel. They want to survive. And it's life, basically. A game of survival where everybody need to kill each other to survive. So technically, now you're a bit wrong right now. I think you need to read a bit more. Think about it a bit more.
They're not sentient? Are we really so desperate to justify killing animals that we'll question the morality of wiping out microbes and...
Yes, it's philosophy for you, brother. In philosophy, you question the morality of everything. That's the point of thinking, to question the morality of everything.
safeguarding children from deadly diseases?
Okay, so you put children into it, okay?
Of wiping out microbes and safeguarding children from deadly diseases. I mean, where does this take us? Should we...
So what he did here is he put himself first instead of putting the argument first, okay? So the argument is, do we kill, how do we say that? Do we kill the microbe to save our children? Basically, it's my children, our children. So yes, it's good to kill. I mean, seriously, if there is a wolf in front of you and if there is a baby, the wolf want to eat the baby, do you think you will let the wolf eat the baby? You're going to kill the wolf. Now, if you kill the wolf, you find out that it is a mother with 6 baby wolves, 6 cubs. Is it moral? Is it good what you did? Now you're going to say, no, he's talking about virus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go to virus. Let's say virus took 1 billion years to reach where it is. 1 billion years. And your baby only took how long? 3 months? Do you think it is morally to kill a being which lived 1 billion years to save your 3-month baby? Of course you're going to say yes, because it's your baby. The term is here, your. Whatever thing which is your is more valuable than it is for others. That is true. That is what we call human. We don't value anything other than us, and that's the point. He does not value anything that is related to human. No, not that. He does not value anything that isn't related to human. You can easily see from his argument. It is morally acceptable, if you look deep into what he said, it is morally acceptable to kill a plant if they don't have intelligence. However, it is not morally to kill if there is intelligence. You can go to the point I noted here. 654 and 405. I've noted it. Don't worry, I noted your point. I noted everything anyway. So what I understand here is, I don't say he's wrong. Understand this. He is not wrong. I'm just questioning his morality right now. Okay? I'm not judging anything. I'm just saying what I think. Okay? So if you look into it, right now he understands an animal. Why does he understand an animal? If you look into it, because an animal has eyes, nose, and mouth. If you beat an animal, you will hear it cry in pain. If you beat a human, you can hear a human cry in pain. If you kill a human, raise a children without a father or a mother. If you kill an animal, raise a children without a father or a mother. However, if you kill a plant, you will never hear the plant crying pain. If you kill a disease, you will never hear the disease crying pain. So, they don't cry in pain like me. I can kill them all. That's basically what he's saying right now. It is morally acceptable to kill if they don't look or behave like me. That's his point right now. That's what I understand. He did not say that, but that's what I understand. And I think he need to rethink about it, like a bit deeper. The way he's thinking is mainly self. How do I say this? He think more about himself first. It isn't morally to do this because I don't want this to happen to me. This is what he is thinking. It's not morally thinking above this. It's just primary behavior. Like, this animal feel pain like me, this animal cry like me, so I don't want to kill the animal. This plant never cry when I cut it, and I don't understand it, so I can kill it. Kill it. I don't understand it. This is what he is saying.
We not take antibiotics because bacteria are alive? Should we not kill cancer cells because cancer cells are alive?
There's one point I need to mention to him. Let's not put so I can have his face. So he said, should we not kill cancer cells? There's one thing you need to understand with cancer. Cancer cells are your cells. Your cells who decide to stop working for you. So basically, if your cells decide to stop working for you and work for themselves, they became cancer. It's like a riot. Imagine your body like a city. And some people decide to riot and burn everything. Burn building, loot building, beat people up. So this is basically a cancer. You get the point? So basically cancer cells are your cells who choose not to work for you and work for themselves. So technically, you are killing people who stop working for you, who basically were your slave. Let's take it this way. Imagine your cells as a slave. Your slave will work for you day and night, no matter what. However, if they decide to rebel and stop being slave, they became cancer and you kill them. This is what it is. If you think deep into it, I think he is not thinking into it. He's more thinking like, I don't want to get cancer, so this argument is stupid. So it's more like, I feel, like you can see, like he feel, I don't want this, I don't want that. This is mostly, I don't want this to happen to me, I don't want this to happen to the person I love. So he say, I reject this opinion. So morally, no, he is wrong right now. Just right now, he's wrong. Like, he is right in a way. We can't let the cancer cell kill us because it's us. You get the point. But on the morality, you are killing cells that try to live for themselves, cells that try to be free, so you can live. Let's go on.
Cancer cells because cancer cells are alive.
I'm not landed anywhere. I just think about all of life.
It's true right now. If you go into this argument, you are not landing like killing everything is bad. No, you're just questioning the morality behind it. Like it's a gray area. You're just questioning the morality. Of course, you're going to kill plant to eat. Of course, you're going to kill animal to eat. Of course, you're going to kill diseases to survive. Like I say, it's a game of survival. Life is a game of survival. No matter what you do, it's to survive. For example, a disease. A disease will infect your body, will kill you, only for it to survive. An animal will kill another animal to survive. A cow will eat a plant to survive.
And all the struggles that life had to go through to get to where it is today in the tree of life, 4.5 billion years after life began.
But
he is right. Everything has struggle right now. Human, plant, diseases, animal, everything struggle to reach where we are right now.
Neil, you're being disingenuous here because you have landed somewhere. By the fact that you eat animal products and therefore pay for sentient beings to be killed.
Wait, no. 1 minute. Let's take it back again.
Neil, you're being disingenuous here because you have landed somewhere. By the fact that you eat animal products and therefore pay for sentient beings to be killed needlessly, by that fact alone, you have landed somewhere.
So his argument is, by the fact that he paid for an animal to eat, he had landed somewhere. That means just because he pay for meat, he pay to kill a cow. Okay, but vegetables, you pay for them. So technically, you pay to kill plant. Medicines, you pay for them. So you're paying to kill, how do we say it? Diseases. So both, for everything, it's the same argument. You're paying to kill. Why you're paying to kill? It's to survive. So right now, your argument is for meat, but it's the same for plant. No matter what you say, it's the same argument for everything. If you kill an animal, it's the same argument if you kill a plant.
The whole idea that you're discussing right now is precisely because you have landed somewhere and you're trying to justify where you have landed.
When I eat...
No, he haven't landed somewhere. He haven't said, don't eat plant, don't eat animal. He said, you need to survive. What we do is to survive.
Lettuce or cucumber, I'm thinking, like as they say with the Native Americans, I'm thankful to the plant.
There you go. This is what he said. When he eat a plant, an animal, or whatever, he's thankful. No, not animal. When he eat a plant, he is thankful for the food. And this is a great, how do I say it? This is the best way to be in life. Whatever you receive, whatever you have, it is always good to be thankful for what you have.
And in the same way, I'm thankful to the pig or the cow or the, whatever else. These are
he is in a gray area. That means he's thankful for the meat and the plant he get.
Things that were alive.
Neil keeps conflating life with sentience.
Wait, what?
Neil keeps conflating life with sentience.
So life with sentience. Why?
And Neil's argument basically goes, well, everything is alive, therefore I'm morally justified to kill anyone and everything. And why?
Yeah, technically, yes. Everything that is alive, you morally have the right to kill it. You don't believe me? Okay, I'm going to do it. Let's say a human being kill your mom and your dad. So, what will you do? Forgive a human being who killed your mom and your dad? Or send him to prison for an eternal life of suffering, or kill him? You get the point. If a human kills your mom, you're going to kill that human. He is alive, but you won't care for the morality because he killed your mom. If you're in a boat with no food, no matter how good you are, no matter how thankful, hopeful, or whatever you are, if you're in a boat alone in the sea with only one guy, you're going to kill that guy to eat it, to survive. You're going to do it, no matter how hard you do it. Because you know why? If you don't do it, he will do it. So yeah, he's right. No matter what the life being is, you will kill it. So it's not moral to kill. I never say it is good to kill. But I'm saying you're going to do it to survive.
Why has he done this? Well, probably because Neil consumes tuna. And so by consuming tuna, he has at some point realized his species bias by the fact that he would consume tuna, but not dolphins. Now, this leaves Neil with two options. The first option is he can obviously recognize his species bias and stop consuming tuna and instead just...
Wait, 1 minute.
Neil with two options.
Why?
Realized his species bias by the fact that he would consume tuna but not dolphins. Now this leaves Neil with two options.
Why there is only two options? It leaves him with many options. Why only two? Why two? Like you want it to be a left and right argument. So basically, so what I'm understanding is, so far he cannot look up nor down. He can only look left and right. Two arguments, two options. It's either you do this or you do that. You can't do anything else. That's not a good way of thinking. Life is not just about left and right. You need to look. You need to be creative. This is what makes us human.
The first option is he can obviously recognize his species bias and stop consuming tuna and instead just eat plants.
Why does he need to recognize the species bias? There's something about species bias. Species bias, there you go. Species bias. Let's go. Species. Ah, there you go. Species bias. You can read. Why does he need to recognize this? I mean, you can understand that you're killing plant and animal, but still eat plant and animal. There's no need to be left and right.
Or alternatively, Neil can try and find a reason why eating plants is morally the same as consuming tuna, dolphins, or any other animal for that matter.
So what I understand is you gave him two choices. It's either you understand that you're doing wrong by eating animals, or you understand that you're doing good by eating plant. So both choices lead you to either be bad for eating animal and good for eating plant. While his argument was, it is bad to eat plant and animal. However, we need to do it to survive. I think he missed the point. I think he completely missed the point. I don't know if he made a mistake. Maybe he did not listen well. Maybe he did not understand. Maybe there was some stuff. I don't know. I don't care. But I think he need to rethink about it more. It's not a gray area. It's not a black and white area. It's a gray area.
Unfortunately, as I quickly realized when I watched the video for the first time, Neil opts for the latter. He makes the justification that morally it's the same to eat plants and animals because...
Yes, morally it is the same to eat plant and animal. It is the same to kill diseases. It is the same to do everything. Morally it is the same to do everything. We do all this to survive. This is the morality, the only reason. If we were immortal being, we would not be eating, because we will be killing plant and animal. We will not even be inventing meds to kill diseases.
Plants and animals both have life. And unfortunately, he's overlooked the sentience of animals, which is why it's acceptable to eat plants, but not animals.
Okay, 920. So basically, what he said here is the sentience of animals. So basically, animals feel like me, cry like me, feel pain like me. I understand animals, so I don't kill animal. But plant, I don't understand plant. I kill plant. Okay, let's go back. I've noted it. Let's go back. So we should not. We can kill plant because plant don't feel like me.
Important to mention that intelligence shouldn't define worth of life, and so that's
intelligence should not define worth of life.
Human. After all, the human and every other species I just mentioned both have life, and unfortunately, they're justified to kill anyone and everything. And why is
it? With the Native Americans, I'm thankful to the plant. In the same way, I'm thankful to the pig or the cow or the, whatever else. These are things that were alive.
Neil keeps conflating life with sentience, and Neil's argument basically goes, well, everything is alive, therefore I'm morally justified to kill anyone and everything. And why has he done this? Well, probably because Neil consumes tuna, and so by consuming tuna, he has at some point realized his species bias by the fact that the first option is to eat plants, or alternatively, Neil can try and find a reason why eating plants is morally the same as consuming tuna, dolphins, or any other animal.
Morally, it is the same.
For that matter. And unfortunately, as I quickly realized when I watched the video for the first time, Neil opts for the latter. He makes the justification that morally it's the same to eat plants and animals because plants and animals both have life. And unfortunately, he's overlooked the sentience of animals, which is why it's acceptable to eat plants, but not animals. And if we use Neil's arguments and logic, well then why is it morally objectionable to kill a human? Why is it morally wrong, therefore, for a cannibal to consume a human?
I just explained the stuff. Why it is morally acceptable to kill a human? To survive. If I put yourself in a boat, alone, in the sea, you will kill the dude to eat it if you run out of food. And if you don't do it, the dude will do it. Why it is acceptable to kill a human? If a human kill your parents, let's say a man came in your house, rape your mom, kill your mom, literally cut fingers to head, cut it into pieces, do you think you will keep that dude alive? Think about it. Just think about it. Yes, it is not morally acceptable to kill anything. However, we will kill anything to survive.
Over chickpeas, or dogs, or cats, or pigs, or cows, or even dolphins and tuna.
Oh yeah, just so you know, cannibalism is still legal in some country. You can go look for it. And yes, you can buy, I'm not joking, you can buy human meat.
Why is it morally wrong for the cannibal to consume the human? After all, the human and every other species I just mentioned possesses life, and if we use Neil's logic even further, is it now more morally permissible for the cannibal to consume a human if the cannibal gives thanks to the human they're about to consume? Because
Yes, in a way, yes. I'm not saying it is good to eat human meat, understand this. But in a way, yes, because we are talking about morality. Like I say, let's say you are on a plane, the plane crash in the North Pole. So you have to wait for the team to rescue you. Let's say there are some dude who die on the plane. There is no food, what will you do? You will need to eat those humans. I know it's hard to do it, I know it's not good to do it, but we need to do it to survive. But when you eat that human, won't you be thankful for that human to be dead before? Won't you be thankful for just having it to survive? You need to be thankful for what you have, because I know it's a gray area, it's a very dark area. We are going into dark places. He started the argument to put it into a dark, like cannibalism. So there is one thing you need to understand. Sometimes you need to do hard stuff to survive. Hard stuff, like nobody want to eat a human. I mean, some people do, but morally, no, you don't want to do it. But you will do it to survive. I know. If you don't do it, someone else will do it and will kill you. It's like this. Life is like this. Unfortunately, life and reality is hard. And life is just about surviving. So your point is, yes, if you're thankful for everything, you're thankful for everything.
that's the logic that Neil uses, so why can't a cannibal use the same logic? And in the case of the cannibal choosing a human over chickpeas,
here is the point where I'm going to ask you. A chicken and a human is both meat. So why? Now the point is why. The way I see it is he missed the point, or at least he understands the point. But he's trying to find a way to put the argument like it is better to eat vegetables. So right now there is no reason into it. There is no reasoning, there is just meat bad, plant good.
I'm sure the argument that Neil would use is that the human is sentient and conscious, the chickpea is not. The human suffers when the cannibal chooses to consume them.
No, not really.
Whereas the
You missed the
chickpea
point.
doesn't suffer. The chickpea can't suffer. In essence, the human is sentient.
You just said, he just said that eating both. No. He's just putting an argument. I already explained everything. I'm going to repeat myself. He's just trying to find any argument. So if he loses his point, he's basically going to the dark side. I see he lead to the dark side very quickly. For example, diseases kill children. Children. Why? Why do you need to go diseases kill children where he is talking about cells? Now, where he is talking about if it is moral to kill, you need to be thankful. Why do you need to go to cannibalism? It's like whenever he found an argument that he is going to lose, like this is an opinion he's going to lose, I just put dark stuff into it.
Conscious and has subjective experiences, which means the human has moral worth. but it's the same for the non-human animals. This is the foundation of veganism and speciesism. The fact that non-human animals, like humans, are conscious, sentient, and have subjective experiences, which includes...
Again, I understand human, I understand plants, so... Oh, it's overloading. Okay, is this good? Okay, again, I understand human, I understand animals, so I have feeling for them because they feel the same to me, so I don't eat them. I don't understand plant, I kill the plant to eat them.
Pain and suffering. If it's not morally acceptable for the cannibal to choose the human over the chickpea because the human is sentient and conscious, then it's not morally acceptable for us other humans to consume the cows, chickens and pigs over chickpeas because cows, chickens and pigs are sentient and conscious.
This logic is super wrong on many levels. So here is what he said. I won't eat a human for a chicken, but because I don't want to eat a human for a chicken, I'm not going to eat a cow for a pig. Why? Why are you going to this kind of direction? What kind of... I mean, you're comparing, I won't eat this meat, I won't eat human meat for chicken meat, so it is bad to eat human meat for chicken meat, so I won't eat chicken meat for cow meat. Why are you doing this? It's like, I won't eat meat for meat. Now the question is why? It's like he's trying to get you disgust for meat, basically. That argument is basically useless. There's nothing to be learned into this argument right now. Before there was stuff to learn. Yeah, there's nothing to be learned. It's basically meat or bad. That's all he's saying. However, he's going to the extreme. I won't eat human. It is not morally good to eat human meat. Then it is not morally good to eat chicken. Then it is not morally good to eat cow. So go eat the one thing I don't understand, plant.
I just think of all life as sacred.
There you go. All life is sacred.
And I don't, after having done so, I don't value judge one life over another.
He does not value anything, so basically,
based on his proximity to us on the tree of life.
I view all life as sacred, which is
I view all life as sacred.
Why I choose to kill the most amount of life as possible. And
what?
Is sacred, which is why I choose to kill
over another based on his proximity to us.
So what he said is he view all life as sacred
on the tree of life.
So he is thankful for the food he gets on his plate.
I view all life as sacred, which is why I choose to kill the most amount of life as possible. And again,
No, he did not say that. I think you misunderstood. You need to do like I do. Like go back and listen again and again until you get the point. If you just listen one, you're going to get it wrong. So I think he get it wrong. I don't think he get it right. He did not understand it.
Again, that's a straw man argument, Neil. The reason that people abstain from killing animals isn't because of their proximity to us. It's like I've said before and numerous times.
I will be honest with you, and I will be 100% honest with you. The reason why people stop eating animal to eat plant is very simple. We are rich. You have money. That's why you stop eating animal. I'm not joking. You have money, you are rich, you have a better life. That's why you stop eating animal. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you put a hungry children, someone who basically have zero work, zero home, zero money, and you give him meat, he is going to eat the meat. However, someone who basically is super rich, have TV, cars, superb mansion, superb apartment, they have the luxury to think animal is bad to eat, plant is good to eat. Because you need to understand that not everyone have the resources to buy fruits and vegetables. That's the main point. Like it is harder to save fruit and vegetables. Also, it's more or less I have money I can buy those. But those who don't have money they do what they need to do. With a cow you can last for at least 1 month worth of food. A whole cow, maybe 2 months, 3 months, if you raise it. With one cabbage, it's 1 day. So you're going to plant one I'm going to take a tomato, for example. I'm going to plant one tree of tomato. If by the end of the day I will have 4 to 10 tomato. I know because I plant tomato. I can show you. You can see in my video. I've planted stuff. You will only have 4 to 10. And actually 10 tomato will never fill your belly. You will still be hungry after eating 10 tomato. However, if you raise a cow, you will have 2 months worth of meat. So what's the argument basically? I know I'm going to a point, but you can easily know that normally it's hard to say, but you know if someone is rich or not. If someone is rich, they usually can go to a point where it is bad to eat animal and you should not eat animal because they have the money, they have the luxury to have this choice. But if someone don't have, I'm talking about food right now. If someone don't have the money, they will see it like stupid to do so because I need to feed myself and my family.
During this video, sentience, consciousness, and the capacity to experience subjectively. That's why we're against needlessly killing animals. So by Neil's logic,
he said don't kill animals if they are stupid. However, I can kill plant because plant don't
if you're driving down the road and a dog runs out in front of your car and you have 2 choices, the first choice being running over the dog. So by Neil's logic, if you're driving down the road and a dog runs out in front of your car and you have 2 choices, the first choice being running over the dog and killing them, or the second choice being swerving onto a bed of roses and saving the life of the dog, by Neil's arguments and logic, morally, both those actions are the same.
Yes, both of actions are the same. Like I said, it is a living being. If you kill a plant, you're killing a plant. If you kill an animal, you're killing an animal. So what I understand is he does not value the life of plant, basically. This is what Neil said at the beginning. He does not care for plant because he does not understand the plant. He can't feel like the plant, but he can feel the animal.
We choose to run over the dog intentionally when we don't have to, that is the same, morally speaking, in Neil's eyes, as swerving onto a bed of roses to save the life of the dog. Or if you had the choice between...
So basically you're choosing to kill something to save the life of the other, or killing the other thing to save the life of the other thing.
Cutting a cow's throat or cutting the grass, according to Neil's argument, which is that all life is sacred, cutting the grass is morally the same as cutting the throat of the cow.
Yes, technically, because understand this. A plant does not have a body like you, does not have a body. But if you cut a plant, you can see that there is some sort of liquid that came out. You get the point? So if you cut a plant at a certain place, you can kill a plant instantly. Same for cow. If you cut a cow, you will see blood go out. So the cow is bleeding. Same for
needlessly. Cow. And even if Neil's arguments were morally valid, because of the...
Even if it is morally valid, why? Do you not think that it is morally valid to think that all life matter?
Feed that's used to feed animals, and because animal farming is the #1 driver of rainforest loss and habitat destruction, vastly more plants are killed for a non-vegan than they are a vegan. So even if morally killing plants was the same...
No, not really. Totally wrong. It is an argument to show that to grow crops, to grow plant, you need more land than to grow an animal. Like I say, you have a cow, you can last for 1 month worth of food. If you plant 1 tomato, you have, on this 1 tomato, you have 4 to 10. Basically, you will need more land. You will cut trees to plant. So both ways the same. You will cut trees to plant a plant, or you will cut trees to raise a cow. Both are the same argument. It's the same.
Same as killing animals, we would still be morally obligated to be vegan anyway, because by being vegan, we actually result in less plants being killed as obligated to be vegan anyway. Vegan. So even if morally killing plants was the same as killing animals, we would still be morally obligated to be vegan anyway.
Why?
because by being vegan, we actually result in less plants being killed.
Wait. So his argument is, right now, if I understand it, anyway, you will morally be obligated to become a vegan, so you can kill less plant by eating more plant. I don't get the point. So you're telling me I stop to eat animals so I can kill less plant by eating more plant? You're contradicting yourself right now, but it is a one-side argument right now. All he's been saying is just one side. Meat is bad, plant is good, basically. Whereas Neil is saying, wait, I will show it in the later. Let's listen to it. There's still 1 minute to go.
As well. So ironically, Neil, in an attempt to debunk veganism, has actually made an argument in favor of veganism, and if
not really. He did not make a favor. He did not mention vegan actually, but he did not promote anything. He basically raised question about vegan.
if Neil actually lived by the principles and logic that he is using in this video, well, he would be vegan anyway. And look, whilst this video is undeniable.
No, he will not be vegan anyway. He is thankful for the food he is getting, compared to you who is not thankful for the food you are getting. Because if we stop eating cow, all the cow will die. If we stop eating chicken, all the chicken will die. Cow, chicken, sheep, all those animals can't survive without human. You put them outside, they will just die.
Frustrating, it does point to a really significant positive, which is that Neil is actually thinking about his own species bias.
I think about it all the time when I'm preparing.
No, he's not thinking about his species bias. He's thinking about the morality of eating plant and animal, and also killing other organism. That's a question. Why does he think this way? It's mainly related to space. Let's say we go into another planet. Is it morally acceptable to kill the life on this planet, like the microbe on this planet, so we can build house? Because understand this, if we kill the microbe, they will not evolve. And understand also this, we were microbes back when we evolved to humans. So basically, the argument is it acceptable to kill stuff to survive? That's the argument here. I'm hiding his face. Oh, okay, this way.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't want to be speciesist.
And so yes, it's annoying, and yes, it's frustrating.
No, it's not
and
annoying.
yes,
It's
Neil's
not
logic
frustrating.
is really, really illogical. But
No, it's not illogical.
ultimately, what it shows is that Neil is grappling with his own species bias. All right, guys, thank you so
No, he's not grappling with his species bias. He's thankful for what he have.
much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring.
Okay, you're going to sponsor. Okay. So, let me wrap things up. Let me end this stuff. Right now, I think he missed the point so far. I think he did not understand the point. So the way I can show you that he did not understand the point is, let's put a plant here. And then let's put a cow here. Okay? In the argument, Neil is here. You see Neil? He is down here. He basically said it is not good. Morally, it is not good to kill plant and kill cow. But you can eat both to survive. You get the point? You are getting the point. We are doing something bad by killing them. However, we need to survive, so we do it. The point where the guy, the Earthling Edge, I don't know his name, like I say, I don't care about him as an individual, I only care about the argument. He's here, 100% plant. So you get the point. And if you are asking where am I, I'm here. Right here. So that's where I am right now. Oh, Markiplier. I want to watch Markiplier. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Can I go? Can I just ELACK? What's the point? So right now there is no debunking or no anything. It's just he don't understand the stuff. I think he need to rethink about it. Thank you for watching my video. You are super awesome. And remember guys, as always, raise your control to the sky and bring the noise. Bye bye.